In life, some lessons come easy and others don't. So, what is that thing that I have learned the hard way? Hello, and welcome to day 29 of 30 days of conversations with myself here on Candid with Folashade, the unscripted. I am Folashade Adisa, and I am all about lifestyle growth, positivity, and personal development. If this is the first time that you're tuning in, it's okay that you're tuning in on day 29. It means that you have 28 days worth of awesome materials that you can always refer to. And if you're returning, my heart beats for you. Now, onto the Relio Delio. I am not going to spend time listing the bunch of things that I learned the hard way. And honestly, before I started this particular episode, before I pressed the record button, I was going to come from the angle of how, yes, some lessons, you learn them the hard way, like life would throw curveballs at you. But as I started after the intro, something just came to my mind. And it is from the perspective of if you are not willing to learn something the easy way, eventually life is going to fix things up for you and teach you the hard way. Now, this is an experience that I feel like everyone would have had. Nothing is coming to mind right now to use as like the perfect example to show of life trying to teach me something over and over and over again. I didn't get it. And then life taught me the hard way. I don't have the perfect example for you right now, but I just think about it and I feel it is particularly interesting at times. And all of that stems from the fact that sometimes just because lessons come easy, just because those lessons almost seem like they come from things that seem like second nature to us, things that aren't that much of a bother, we tend to overlook them and not pick the right lessons or the things that we are meant to pick from those things. And we take it for granted, or we even procrastinate saying, it's going to be there. No need to rush. Whatever reasons that we have, we sometimes underrate easy lessons. And for every single thing that life is trying to teach you, I believe that it is time bound. For some, when the time expires, there isn't really any heavy consequence to you not learning those things or getting those things done. But you see, there are just some things that they really matter in your life, in your walk, and in your destiny that if life starts saying that, okay, if this person doesn't pick up on what they're meant to pick up, it changes the trajectory of their life for a very long time, or whatever reason it is, you learn it the hard way. Take, for example, you want to pray more, but because praying is done almost always at our convenience. We rarely want to push ourselves to pray or inconvenience ourselves to pray. I mean, God is always listening to us. So wherever we want to talk to Him, we can talk to Him. We tend to take it for granted. And that prayer is meant to be something that is a stake in our life to ward off some unwanted things. If we're not rising up to it early enough, or we're not doing due diligence, whatever trials and tribulation that thing is meant to ward off, it's not doing that and it comes right at us. Or even if it's not trying to ward off trials and tribulations, something might come up just because you're not doing due diligence. And then from that thing coming up, we know that, okay, now we need to travel in the place of the Spirit, and then we start praying. And then we learn the act of prayer, whereas we could have just learned it at our own pace in peace to begin with. So sometimes life will teach us hard things the hard way, or Not hard things the hard way. Life will just teach us lessons in the hard way when we begin to overlook the easy way a little bit too much. So, what is that easy thing that life is trying to teach you that you're overlooking? Yeah, just think on that. But in the meantime, I'm bringing this to a close. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Yeah. And as you go about your day, your month, your week, your year, remember to spread nothing but love and keep reaching for the stars. With love, for Lashadi.